So today I am going to be going through the Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailers, both the teaser trailer and the official trailer that have come out in the last few months, and going through just all of the Easter eggs and the little tidbits that we see just in the trailers. I can tell that this movie will have a lot of Easter eggs in it, just by the nature of the movie. It's where Ralph and Vanellope go to the internet, so there's just bound to be tons of stuff. So in that way, I'm pretty excited for the movie. I really hope that there's a really good plot to go with it, but we won't really find out all about that until November when the movie actually comes out. So I'm hoping that it's a really good movie, but I wanted to just go through the Easter eggs that we can see so far just in the trailer. First of all, I really do like the use of ones and zeros, or binary, in front of the Disney castle before the logo appears. I did check it out and try to see if the binary was actually saying anything according to the ASCII translations for letters and binary, but I'm pretty sure it's not, because if you go either vertically or horizontally, there's too many ones or zeros in a row for it to actually be a letter in ASCII, so oh well. That could have been a really cool Easter egg, but I didn't find anything there. So the trailer opens on a view of the arcade, but as Mr. Litwack comes through the doors, I don't see any closed signs, so it might still be open, but it's obviously not seeing very much business. As you see him connect to the internet on his nice kind of old looking computer, you can see in the background that there are a couple of Star Wars plates on his shelf, one of which has Yoda on it. Now as Vanellope and Ralph make it to the internet, there are so many symbols and logos and everything there, so you could probably spend like all day finding everything that Disney's stuck in there, so I'll point out a few of them. There are some parts while they're in the internet where you can see things that are definitely ads for like other websites or stuff on the internet. Like you can particularly see at one point that there is a ad for YouTube Red. I've also seen a lot of times where IMDb comes up as well. Also, there's a fun part where you see a food court and it says Buzz Food, kind of like the popular website BuzzFeed. Also, there's a couple of really big shots where you can see a whole lot of stuff. And in this one here, you can see to the left is National Geographic, and they have their own mountain. In this same shot that is in the second trailer, you can also see that there's a sign to the side that says that galleries are over in that direction where National Geographic is. And up ahead are dating sites, although I haven't seen anything specific for certain dating sites up there yet. Also, one of the things that cracks me up in the teaser trailer is when Ralph comes down the escalators and runs into a couple of people trying to shove their websites in their face. One girl who is obviously trying to scam him, and the other who is showing a clickbait article. Also, at this point, it's good to notice that Ralph, at most points in the internet, is surrounded by a bunch of people with like square or cube-shaped heads, and presumably these are just like people's internet presence. So you can notice at certain points that there's a lot of people at very popular websites and not as many of these square-faced people at less popular places. For instance, when it comes now and shows eBay, you can see that there are certain things that are being auctioned that have drawn a lot of people, and there are certain auctioned items that are not drawing very many people. Like, it doesn't look like there's many people trying to get the sorrowful kitten, but when you look across, there are some little Disney Easter eggs, and there are quite a few people trying to get the cast iron frying pan, like in Rapunzel, as well as the unicorn figurine, and also a magic lamp, like in Aladdin. And lastly, at the end of the teaser trailer, there's a part where there's a little girl playing a game on a tablet, and as many people have noticed, this girl looks an awful lot like Moana. And stuff like this happens often as animators reuse or make a very similar character to what they've used before when it comes to animating characters. Now, the second trailer, the official trailer, you can see clearly that the open sign is indeed on, even though it seems like no one is at the arcade. But you can see clear shots of Sugar Rush to the right. You can see a shot of Dance Dance Revolution on the left, and right in the middle, in the back, is Fix-It Felix Jr., with still other older arcade games, Pac-Man and Frogger, to the left and to the right of that. Now, in this trailer, one of the first wide shots of the internet has Amazon right in the middle. I think this trailer shows a lot more of the big websites that will just have short Easter eggs or cameos in the movie, one of which is Amazon. Continuing on, you do see a nice big shot of the Twitter tree. So I like how they did this, and they decided to make it so, oh, Twitter, it's birds, and so let's make it so this website is just a tree with a billion blue birds. As you see a close-up of Twitter, there's a bunch of these blue birds that are simply retweeting a picture of a grumpy cat, probably a meme that is very popular at the moment. Then there's a short shot of Snapchat, and the next big shot you see that there is a sign that says social media district. So there are a lot of social media sites over here. Primarily in the middle there's a nice big Facebook building, which if you notice the top of the building is actually shaped like a book with the Facebook logo on it. To the very right you also see YouTube, which you can see as a part of it has what looks like the old YouTube logo of the TV, kind of in a more modern rendition with YouTube on top. And also there's a whole lot of stuff, but you can see to the very bottom left corner there is a small building that has MySpace. Next you can see that Google also has a very large building, but still in the actual plot of the movie it seems like they go to a different search bar that is probably made up by Disney, and it is powered by Knowsmore. Also, a quick note is that behind the search bar you can see a couple of different languages, and I believe it says international arrivals in a couple of different languages. And also at this shot there's another little internet pun. As you see next to Knowsmore there is a 24-hour photo shop. Kind of like a 24-hour photo that you'd have here. I do like the part where the guy working at Knowsmore has his autofill being particularly aggressive that day, and I like the note that when he says the autofill, one of the things it goes to is umbrage. Then it's a little bit funny that as Vanellope requests to go to a super intense and nuts website, that the next shot shows us Oh My Disney website. This may or may not be how it actually is in the movie, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because Disney would definitely plug themselves a little bit. I do find it interesting that in the shot where you see everyone approaching the Oh My Disney website, it has a feel of Disneyland, and you can notice that there are a couple of hotels right next to it. So it feels as you're going into Oh My Disney's website, you are going to the Disneyland of the internet. Then of course Disney has made many Easter eggs for all of the stuff that they own. You see every one of the official Disney princesses, who are also accompanied by Elsa, Anna, and Moana. Even though they haven't technically been coronated as Disney princesses, they are grouped together in that same category. Then as you see Vanellope talking to Eeyore, you also see Iron Man flying by. As the shot rotates around to see what they are looking at, you can see the main different categories of Disney. Right in the middle you have all the Disney animation that has Mickey Mouse in his Fantasia wizard costume at the top. Then to the right you see Marvel and Pixar, and to the left there's Star Wars and the Muppet Show, and there's a lot of things that are decoration for each of these spots, like Captain America's shield, the Luxo Ball and Luxo Jr., the Millennium Falcon and Kermit's head, as well as the Up House with the balloons. Then you actually see some characters and items that are actually moving and alive at this part. So you see Dumbo in the front, which could be an Easter egg towards the fact that there's a new live-action Dumbo movie coming out soon. And you also see an X-Wing chasing a TIE fighter through there. And you can see that Vanellope running into some stormtroopers is probably what leads her to glitching into the Disney princess's dressing room. As she goes in there, you can see each of the official Disney princesses, along with Anna, Elsa, and Moana, who actually happen to be talking to each other at the very beginning. And you can see that the animation for each of them have changed a little bit, especially the princesses in the older movies, where they were actually animated by hand. For instance, Cinderella has ears, versus when she was animated by hand, she didn't. I do like the fact that for a second Disney makes fun of their Disney princesses and Vanellope's like, "Are you guys okay? Should I call the police?" I do like that Rapunzel gave us another qualifying factor of a Disney princess, and that is that people think all your problems got solved because a big strong man showed up. Also, last thing about the Disney princesses is I do like the fact that they got the original voice actors for most of them. I do think that the only voice actors who aren't the same as in the original movie are from the very, very old Disney princess movies, namely Snow White, Cinderella, and Sleeping Beauty. Anyway, I think that's all that I wanted to talk about in these trailers. There's so many little tidbits and Easter eggs in them. The movie says that it will be loading in theaters come Thanksgiving time. And so I'm excited to see it in November and be able to find all of the Easter eggs just throughout the entire movie. I hope you enjoyed watching this video where I go through those small things in just the trailers. Definitely give me a thumbs up before you leave and subscribe to my channel. You can do that by clicking here. Check out my other videos. You can check out my review to Incredibles 2 up here, and check out my playlist for all my videos where I talk about other movies down here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next Monday. Bye!